Hey there, friends, and welcome back to another 3-Minute Thoughts. My name is Derek, and in the next 3 minutes, we're going to take a look at Psalms. Now, we're going to look at 4 different Psalms: Psalm 32, 51, 86, and 122. All of these Psalms are going to actually coincide with David's sin and his restoration. They're going to reflect his personal confession, God's mercy, and a heart that's been realigned with the Lord. Let's take a look at Psalm 32 first. We'll call this one the joy of forgiveness. This psalm is David's reflection on the relief and freedom that comes with confession. It reads like a testimony. Here are these few verses here. Verse 1, blessed is the one whose transgression is forgiven, whose sin is covered. David recalls the physical and emotional weight of unconfessed sin. He goes on to say, for when I kept silent, my bones wasted away through my groaning all day long. But when he finally owns his guilt before God, he finds not judgment, but grace. He says, I said, I will confess my transgression to the Lord, and you forgave the iniquity of my sin. Psalm 51 then talks about a broken spirit and a contrite heart. This is the psalm of repentance. He says in verses 1 and 2, have mercy on me, O God, according to your steadfast love. Wash me thoroughly from my iniquity. David doesn't shift the blame. He owns the weight of his sin. Against you, you only have I sinned and done what is evil in your sight. He recognizes the depth of the wrong that he has committed, not just against Uriah or Bathsheba, but also against God. He doesn't just want forgiveness, he wants transformation. He'll go on to say, create in me a clean heart, O God, and renew a right spirit within me. This psalm is a lifeline for anyone who's messed up deeply and wonders if God still loves them. The answer, yes, and he restores more than we can imagine. Then if we move on to Psalm 86, David prays in desperation here, but not despair. It's a cry of dependence and trust. Incline your ear, O Lord, and answer me, for I am poor and needy, he says in verse 1. He leans on God's character in verse 15, where he says, but you, O Lord, are a God merciful and gracious, slow to anger and abounding in steadfast love and faithfulness. After failure, David knows God's heart is tender toward the broken. This is a psalm that is a great reminder that even in discipline or distress, God listens. And then in Psalm 122, we find joy in God's presence. After the emotional weight of the previous Psalms, Psalm 122 lifts the heart with joy through worship. I was glad when they said to me, let us go to the house of the Lord. This psalm is more communal. It's a celebration, reminding us that restoration leads us back to God's presence, not just privately, but with his people. Even after David's darkest chapters, there's joy in worship again. His story and ours doesn't end in shame, but in grace and praise. That's where we end for today. Be well, friends.